have Jasmine Jones. Please raise your hands if you have questions. We will start with Jeff Magliochetti.
Jazz, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. Hope you're enjoying the time off. So a while back, we know that your energy is endless on the squad, but lately you've manifested it in terms of bench celebrations and pumping your team up, as well as contributing on the court. When it comes to the bench celebrations and whatnot, some of your more elaborate ones with Didi, where do you channel that energy? And are these like planned or whatnot? And what can you say about, contributing to the energy even when you're not on the floor?
I mean, when it comes to the big celebrations, I just try to do anything to keep my team hype, and then seeing my teammates succeed on the court I love that. So just me being on the sidelines, just trying to keep everybody pumped up, keep the crowd into it, just having some fun really on the sideline. But yeah, I'm just trying to pump up my teammates.
And this is an interesting stretch on the schedule for you because you were in the bubble last year. You were playing games every 2 or 3 days, and whatnot. Now you're in a span where you're playing two games in about 8 days. So what's this rest been like for you, and how have you been, staying in shape and remaining ready for a game day?
I mean, we had the day off yesterday. We didn't have the day off yesterday. We had the day off on what today is. Lord, today's Tuesday, right? I'm having to get my days mixed up. Today's Tuesday. We had practice yesterday. We had the day off on Sunday. So I mean, yesterday was looked like a half court day for us. Today was much of a full court day, getting up and down, competing against each other. So the coaching staff and the training staff is doing a good job of keeping us in the flow of things and making sure our bodies are up to par before the games and things like that. So like today we went up and down and competed against each other. Tomorrow I'm pretty sure it'll be a light day because it could be the day before a game and things like that. So like you said, we got two games in 8 days. So and then we go on the road for 5 games. So it's going to be an interesting stretch for us. It's going to tell how mentally tough we are, especially on that road trip coming up.
Appreciate your time and insight. Thank you.
Jackie Powell.
Hey, Jazz. Good to see you. So I wanted to ask you about your teammate, Michaela. She's putting together something that people are calling a Rookie of the Year campaign. And so what I want to know from you is, what do you think has made her so successful so far this season? And what about her has gotten her to put up these numbers?
Yeah, Michaela is definitely my Rookie of the Year. She's playing great, and one thing about her, I would say that she's definitely a sponge. She asks a lot of questions in practice, whether it's to the players, to staff, to anybody. Michaela asks a lot of questions, so she's just soaking it all in and learning every single day and applying what she's learning on the court every single day. And she looks great out there. She looks like Michaela when she was at UCLA. She's just playing her game and sticking to her true self and it's showing out there on the court.
Brilliant. And so today is June 1st. Happy Pride. We heard.
Thank you. Happy Pride.
Yes. We heard that the W is conducting across the league and in the teams some different education sessions on trans inclusivity. So from your perspective, what is the significance of this in your eyes? And what have you learned about, the trans community in the most recent months?
I think it's good to have educational sessions about things like this because it's always important to learn more and to grow and just expanding our mindset to learn about different things. I'm interested to join these educational sessions too as well, so I can learn more. Because I don't know much, so I'm always interested to learn more and be more diverse.
Thanks so much, Jazz, and happy Pride.
Alex Strum.
Hi, Jazz. Always nice to talk to you. Happy Pride. You just talked about the information sessions that the league is doing. Is there anything that the team has done specifically to celebrate Pride and to acknowledge the members of the organization?
Not yet, but I'm pretty sure we are going to do something in the coming days or weeks to celebrate Pride Month. So not sure, but stay tuned.
Sounds great. And then from the basketball court, if I can ask, your role this year so far has been the bench guard in the backcourt. Sometimes you're on the ball, sometimes you're off the ball. which role do you prefer to start the possession?
It doesn't matter. I'm just want to do anything to help my team win. Whatever coach needs me to do, he just tell me to go in and make a difference. I'm gonna go in and make a difference any way I can.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Jazz. Oh, Jackie, you have one more question for Jazz? We'll take one more question.
Yeah, I'm sorry about this, Jazz. So I'm curious in the past couple of days how you all have been working on scenario plans for what to do when, let's say, you, Sabrina, or Benijah gets trapped. I mean, that's something we saw a lot in the Atlanta game and even in the Mystics game. So I'm curious about how you all have been working on that.
Well, I'll tell you, Monday we watched a lot of film. But even the days before the Atlanta game, we were drilling it in practice and in shoot around and things like that. And so Monday we watched a lot of film. We basically watched the whole game and saw some of the passes that we could have made outside of the trap where we didn't make the game simple. We made it really complicated, and we're definitely going to learn from it in the games coming if we're going to see it again. So we'll definitely be prepared for it next time.
Thanks so much. I appreciate it.
Thanks, Jazz. Next up, we have Kylie Shook. Please raise your hands if you have questions for Kylie. Miles Ehrlich.
Hi, Kylie. Sorry about the noise in the background. First question, how are you feeling? We heard that you were a little bit under the weather before the game last week.
I'm feeling a lot better. I don't know what came upon me that morning, but no, I feel a lot better now, so that's good.
Great. You've got a big test coming up with the Aces coming in on Thursday. You've had a lot of big tests when you've been at the 5. So how do you prepare for somebody like Liz Cambage, who's just such a force and can get so low to get positioned to start possessions?
Kind of like I did in the past. I mean, I played amazing players at the start of the season, so it's just contribute where I can. We all know she's gonna make some shots, so I can't get down on myself if she does, but just be physical and help my team in whatever aspect I can. Just do the small things like boxing her out every time, straight up, don't foul.
Great, thanks so much.
Thank you.
Jeff Magliochetti.
Kylie, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. So after a tough loss like that on Saturday, what's the atmosphere been like from the team? And do you think you guys, how well prepared do you think you guys are for a crucial test? Vegas and Connecticut, 10 wins combined. How well do you think you guys are prepared for that, coming off such a brutal loss on Saturday?
I think we're very prepared. I mean, we have amazing coaches, amazing players. Everybody has to lose. I think when you lose, you gain a lot. You get to see a lot, what you need to focus on, what you need to do. And I think it opened our eyes to what we can get better at. And I think we've been improving on that, and it'll definitely show in these upcoming games.
And one thing I wanted to ask too, like so much happens not just on the court, but on the bench as well, through both the energy displayed by your teammates and through timeouts initiated by Coach Hopkins and the coaching staff. What can you say about bench antics, both from your teammates and the coaching staff, and how have they helped you guys improve, particularly from the perspective of someone who has made a name for herself in the starting 5?
Oh, I mean, it's great. The energy that we have on and off the bench is great. We're never down. I mean, if players are getting, well, we don't really get frustrated, but if somebody's down or they need to lift up, the coaches do it on the bench, the players do it on the bench. When we get off, we do it on the bench. So it's just a good atmosphere to be in.
Appreciate your time tonight. Thank you.
Thank you.
Aris.
Hello, how are you? Greetings from Greece. 5 wins on 7 matches. Congratulations for these results. I want to evaluate the first result. These great results give you motive for the next games.
I'm sorry, you were cutting out. Can you repeat the question?
Okay, how do you evaluate the first matches? How do you evaluate the first matches?
I'm sorry.
Tell me.
Aris, you said, how did she evaluate the
first matches?
Jackie, you got it?
The first matches of the season.
Oh, the first match of the season?
of Liberty.
First games.
Eris, it might be better if you could just send me a chat and then we'll ask the question.
Okay.
No problem. It's okay. It's all good. We got to work on our hearing of that. So shoot me a chat question and then I'll get to it. We're going to move forward just for time's sake and go to Jackie Fowl.
Hey, Kylie, good to see you. So I want to ask you a question about last game. So I'm curious, after watching back some of the film, which Jazz told us that you all did, how are you all looking to adjust your drop coverages against the Aces to make sure that someone like Jackie Young, who thrives on those pull-up twos, or even Asia Wilson, who thrives on those pull-up twos, won't have the same type of space that Courtney Williams had on Saturday?
Yes, definitely. I feel like our drop coverages, me especially, we didn't really stick through our principles last game, which is a big emphasis on this game because they are such great shooters. But I feel like in the past games we've done that, and that's why we've stopped the teams that we've stopped. So we just need to get back to our principles, and film definitely helped with that because in a game you can't really correct it because you can't see what you're doing and it's in the moment. But after watching film, we know that we were either too high, like I stepped up too much, the guards didn't get over the screen, we weren't as physical as we normally are. So that'll be definitely be corrected.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And so I also want to talk to you a little bit about Michaela, who is putting together this potential rookie of the year caliber season. So what do you think has made her so successful? And yeah, what about her has gotten her here? You've known her for a while. What qualities does she have, maybe since high school, that have put her in a position like this?
Coachable. I mean, she's one of the most coachable players I've ever seen. On and off the court, she's just a good person, but she really listens to everything that everybody says. It doesn't matter who you are. I could say something, Walt could say something, B could say something, and she's gonna take it in, listen to it, and then she'll try it. She'll try it right in that moment. You tell her to jump stop, she's gonna jump stop. You tell her to get 2 feet and pass it, she will. So I think that's what's made her so successful so far. I mean, she's already athletic, an amazing player, but she listens to what people say or how she can always get better. She tries it.
Thanks so much, Kylie. I appreciate it.
Okay, Kylie, Aris's question was, with 5 wins in 7 matches, how do you evaluate the first matches of the season?
I feel like we've done good. I think the games that we've sticking to our principles, we've won, and then the games that we haven't and kind of fell off, we've lost. So it just comes to show how great this team can be, like the potential we have. So I would say, looking back on the 7 games we've had, I would say we're doing amazing. We're a new team, and we're just meshing very well.
All right, last question, Alex Strum.
Thank you. Hi, Kylie. So far this season, you've been thrust in and out of the starting lineup with Natasha Howard being away from the team and then back and then now out with injury. Has that been difficult for you to kind of have to adapt on the fly?
I just feel like that's what basketball is. We all have a role. I knew when Natasha came in that, I mean, she's well deserving to start the starting position, and she's definitely somebody that I could look up to. So I knew that was going to come. I knew that I could learn a lot from her. I mean, I still can. She's still very vocal. And then when she'll be back, I'll be able to watch her on the court again. But I think it's just part of basketball. I mean, you have ups and downs, and you just got to kind of adapt to them.
Thanks. And Benijah Laney got honored with the Player of the Week award today. How have her contributions to the team attributed to such a strong start from you guys?
Oh, she's great. Coming into it, she's been vocal. She's been a leader. She's been kind of the solid piece that we've had on the team. And every day she goes out and gives it her all. So it kind of bumps up our energy. I mean, our vets, Sammy, her, Natasha, they all come out and show us every day what we need to do. So it's well deserving of her.
Thank you.
Great, thank you, Kylie, and thank you all. We will send the recording shortly. Thank you.